Self-care is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation. Sundays are sacred to me. It's the day that I usually keep to myself. On Sundays, I'll usually say no to social commitments and limit work as much as possible. It's a day that I choose to rest and heal. So in today's video, on the request of my friend Ariel, whose birthday it is today, so happy birthday, Ariel, I'm going to take you through my self-care Sunday routine, which I try and do on weeks where I'm a little bit worse for wear and need to restore my mental and physical energy and give myself a bit of extra care and love. To start, I don't usually set an alarm on Sundays. On days like today, I usually let my body decide when it's ready to wake up. I'd love to say that I wake up with the sun, but the truth is I'm not really a morning person, so you'll usually find me sleeping in till about 10 a.m. As soon as I get up, the first thing I do is check my phone. At the start of the day, I like to clear my email inbox from any unnecessary junk or promotion emails, and I will usually check my messages to make sure that there is nothing urgent that I need to respond to. I'm very much an introvert, and more so on Sundays, so being able to clear out my messages and inbox at the start of my day takes the pressure off me having to do it later in the day. After that's done, I'll usually get up and I'll stretch my limbs, my neck, my arms, my legs, even my feet. I don't know about you guys, but I get really stiff feet when I sleep. I'll then grab a drink of water and take my morning medication for my thyroid condition. For some people, this is the part where they will make their bed. For me, you're lucky if you can get me out of my pajamas before 2 p.m., so you'll usually find that my bed stays unmade for just that little bit longer. At this point, I'll usually pull on a sweater, go to the bathroom, and then make myself a cup of tea to start my day. Depending on my mood, I'll either make Malaysian or chai tea. I'll usually choose Malaysian when I'm feeling really homesick, but chai also comes a close second most of the time. And the sweetness and the heat of the tea usually helps to warm me in the cold winter mornings. Once I'm back in bed, I'll usually grab my 5-minute journal to write in. Even on weekends, setting my mind on a positive note at the start of the day helps me to feel a little bit more centered, focused, and grateful. I'll read the quote of the day, write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things I want to accomplish during the day, and then I'll write an affirmation for myself that is tailored to how I'm feeling and what I need to hear at that point in time. Reading a book is a form of self-care that I practice every day, but especially on Sundays. Getting lost in a book is one of the ways I like to spend my time when I want to escape the current state of the world and experience one amidst the pages of a good book. Currently, I'm trying to finish up Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I'll get lost in the descriptive prose and wander in the streets of Japan just that little bit longer before I need to re-enter the real world. Around 12 or 1 p.m., I'll start getting a bit hungry. I'm not really a big breakfast eater, but I do love brunch or lunch in this case. On Sundays, I'll usually order in and make sure to get something yummy and nutritious like this veggie English breakfast that I'm currently devouring. After brunch, I usually read a bit more and then start preparing myself to get ready. Sundays are typically spent with Alex's family. I don't see them much during the week, so I usually try to see them on Sundays. I'm away from home and my family at the moment, and although I call my family a lot during the week, spending time with Alex's family also helps me to feel at home. Before I head over, I'll usually shower and dress myself in really comfortable clothing. Sundays with Alex's family is usually spent watching TV, chatting, and eating together, so it's usually really laid back. So today's ensemble consists of sweatpants, a t-shirt, and a comfy old sweater. All black, of course, because it's me and I have little to no color in my wardrobe. Before heading over there, Alex and I will usually try and fit in a little walk around sunset. Our walks are some of my favorite times that we spend together. We'll usually take the time to appreciate the scenery, but also talk. Alex and I both work full time, so these are our favorite times to connect and spend time outside together. and then I'm off to see his family. To end my day, I'll usually spend a bit of time doing a bit of planning. Planning my week is one way that I help myself to stay organized and focused. I'll typically outline 3 key tasks I want to achieve that week and then break down the tasks per day. I'll usually leave some room for flexibility to give myself time to rest, but giving myself some structure helps me to get my head in order for the coming days. Closer to bedtime, I'll usually overload my senses a little bit, so I'll light a candle, try to enjoy a cup of tea, and sometimes engage in something a little bit therapeutic. Depending on my mood, I'll either read for a little bit or pursue an activity that is a little bit creative. These last couple of weeks have been a bit stressful, so as you can see, today I spent a bit more time catching up on my reading. Right before I go to bed, I'll write in my 5-minute journal and take some time to reflect on the little things that made my day. I'll then do a little bit of breathing exercises and just remind myself that we are going through really difficult times and it's okay to take some time to care for yourself, and by caring more for yourself, you can actually put your energy towards caring for others. So if you want to be a social hermit on Sundays and you've often felt really guilty, this is me telling you that it's completely fine. I think taking the time to take care of ourselves is so important at this point in time. This is your reminder that self-care is not self-indulgence or high maintenance, it's self-preservation and self-love. I hope that this video finds you in a good state of mind, and I hope that it helps give you some ideas of some ways that you can care for yourself. I'm thinking of you, and I hope that this video finds you well. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!